The next topic, and you can go to the next slide. The next topic I was asked to touch on is the fault issue at Woodlands High School. And I appreciate Dr. Meinrath's comments on that. He has really worked diligently with us, analyzing data, bringing a lot of his expertise to bear. Faults are definitely an issue, and not just in the Woodlands in Montgomery County. And there is a lot. I put a question mark by the phrase subsidence activated only because geologically, the geologists we talk to won't tell you for certain and put their seal on it and say, oh yes, by as a certainty these are subsidence activated. But every evidence we've seen points to the fact that the fault movement that we've seen in many faults in the Woodlands are clearly connected to water level declines and subsidence. Because of that, because of the issue with faults and ground movement and subsidence in the Woodlands, many of the pipelines that we installed, many areas of the pipelines that we installed through the Woodlands are hardened at the locations of several of these faults. And at the location on Research Forest near Woodlands High School, we've installed 19 benchmarks so that we can actively monitor for any additional movement at that location. And as Dr. Meinrath correctly pointed out, over the past 5 years, we have detected some movement in those benchmarks. It ranged from 0 to half an inch. And so we will continue. At this time, there's not a risk to the pipeline. The pipeline is sleeved in that location, so that's a good thing. But we do not want to see, as I'm sure no one does, we don't want to see any risk occur to that pipeline. At this time, there's not. But it does require ongoing monitoring. And I greatly appreciate the support for managing pumpage and managing water level declines, because we have seen fault movement slow to nearly a stop when surface water was brought in and water level declines were slowed or stopped. And so it would be nice if we could continue that, and that'll take some working together and working with Lone Star Groundwater District. So I'm grateful for those comments. Are there any questions on this topic? All right. If not, next slide, please.